Greetings everyone, my name is Revel and tonight we are going to be playing Fire Emblem 6 Sword of Seals. It's a game from my childhood. It's actually one game of my favorite game series of all time, Fire Emblem, and it's from the GBA versions from my childhood. Well, this game has been created before I was even born, in 2002. I was in 2003, right? But I still remember playing it as like a teenager, because as a kid I had access to Fire Emblem 7 and 8, which are the two that come after this one. But I would like to play them chronologically, so we're starting with Fire Emblem 6, right? This is not a vanilla run, because I already completed this game once on a hard mode by myself, and what I did is I completed a full run to understand how the game works, all of its quirks, missions, characters, and whatnot. So I would be ready to do an Ironman challenge, which is what we're gonna be doing right now. Ironman, the rules are simple. If a unit dies, they die. There's no resetting chapters. When you get the game over screen, so if Roy dies, you have to start from the very beginning. So very punishing. And this game, Fire Emblem 6, is the most punishing Fire Emblem on the GBA. So a lot of things can go wrong here. I did download the FE Builder GBA to get some quality of life changes. I added so there are berserker animations. So when your unit gets berserked, there are animations for attacking and being attacked. I have made it so it shows health bars on units. You'll understand what I mean once we get into the game. And one more thing I added, I don't remember what it is. We'll get to it once we get there. Additionally, I got some extra animations from the Fire Emblem graphics repository on GitHub. I will link it in the description. I didn't do any of the animations. I cannot take credit for them. I updated some animations, like for the Knight, Roy, Lilina, some main characters and such. I had an issue with a bunch of color palettes because FE Builder doesn't support changing animations for specific units. So whenever you're replacing animations, you're replacing it for the whole class, and the majority of the time the color palettes were incorrect, so I had to manually adjust the color palettes myself. So a lot of the color palettes I redid myself, so that we can expect a lot of scuff. But overall, from what I checked, it should be working properly. So with those things behind us, I'm not gonna be repeating all of that on the next runs, right? I'm putting it out here in the first one, so I am very transparent. And in the future ones, I'm just gonna link the FE Builder and the repository of all the animations, as well as crediting the people that actually made the animations. Yes, I cannot stress it enough. I haven't made any of these. I am not taking credit. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin a new game. So you can see that I did Epilogue 20. Right, so that was the end of the game. That was my previous run. I'm saving it there as like a memento piece, right? We're gonna be starting a new playthrough right here. And we're doing this on hard mode. Chapter 1, Dawn of Destiny. Men and dragons once lived in harmony. On this land, however, that harmony was broken when the men suddenly started to invade in a great war known as the Scarring. Both sides fought over control of the continent. The laws of nature were twisted from the vast amounts of power that were released. The dragons were defeated and disappeared from the face of the continent. Mankind then began to span its forces throughout to populate the land. And now, 1,000 years later, the people of the continent Elib have been spreading technology and civilization for some time now, after the dragons had been defeated in the Scarring. In the west resides the Kingdom of Etruria, which has the highest level of civilization in Elib. The Kingdom of Burn, with a powerful military and practical and a pragmatic attitude about life, is located to the east. These are the two strongest nations in Eleb, and the lesser nations are located between them. There is the Lycian Alliance, which is under joint relationship of various marquesas. The people of Knights Union of Ilya are hard at work cultivating the snowy wastelands in the north. In the Sake live various clans which ride through the plains on horseback. Although there were occasional clashes between nation-states, there was a general sense of balance, of power and peace in Eleb. However, that balance was suddenly disrupted. King Zephiel, ruler of the Kingdom of Bern, has sent his forces out to conquer the rest of Eleb. Bern's forces invaded Sake and Ilya, and mercilessly massacred all those who stood against them. And now, Bern has shown signs of invading the Lycia Alliance. A youth named Roy was in Lycia's largest territory, Ostia. He was sent a transfer student to train to become the next Marquess of Fair. However, Elwood, who has fallen ill, has sent for Roy to return home. Just around that time, Lilna, the daughter of Hector, had traveled to Lycia to pay her respects to Elwood. After getting the message, Roy hurried back home, taking with him his loyal knights, and Boris, a knight from Ostia, responsible for Lilna's safety. The story begins when Roy had reached an area on the outskirts of Fair. Chapter 1: Dawn of Destiny.
Boss, the residents of the castle have hidden themselves inside.
Heh, even Elwood, the greatest knight in Lycia, can't beat an illness, eh?
You were right when you said that wouldn't be any soldiers around here because they're getting ready to take on Bern.
Of course, who do you think I am? But you never know when reinforcements are going to come. Alright, kill off the guys in the castle while we still got time. Then the treasure is all ours. Castle ain't the only place with treasure. Let's go ransack the villages and get some loot.
Master Elwood, the bandits from Ball Mountain are attacking us.
I see. Blast! If I weren't in this state, I would teach them a lesson.
Mr. Elwood?
Luna, you must hide elsewhere. This castle is going to become a battlefield.
No, sir. I'll fight too.
Don't be ridiculous. If something happened to you, I wouldn't know what to say to Hector.
To my father? But...
It's going to be alright. Roy should be almost here by now. So, if I can hold our own, until then, we can drive off the bandits. Melnus, I want you to send a messenger to Roy, informing him of this situation. Attack immediately.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's Lance. What's the matter? Why are you in such a hurry?
Master Roy! Bandits have appeared and are attacking the castle as we speak.
What?
Is Lord Elwood safe? He's inside, defending against the bandits' attacks. But I don't know how long he can last with his illness.
Excuse me, Lance, is it? Is Lady Lilna safe?
Are you from Ostia? Lady Lilna is in the castle. She should be alright. As long as Lord Elwood is with her. But he can't last forever. No. I shouldn't have let Lilna go to the castle before me. Lord Roy, regret won't solve anything. We must recapture the castle.
Wolf is right. We must hurry.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's go. We're going to save those trapped in the castle. Alright. To any people that are not familiar with Fire Emblem, quick summary. Blue units, good. Red units, bad. There are different classes, different weapons are good against different classes, yada yada yada. Our objective, kill all of the units and get Roy, the main character, over to seize the gate. Roy is the only lord in the game. He, as our main character, he's locked into using swords. We have Alan, the Cavalier, as well as Lens, the Cavalier. They have the most movement out of all of my units. There is also Marcus, also called in the Fire Emblem community a Jagan, right? He is our Paladin, which is a promoted version of a Cavalier. The problem is, wait, since we have a promoted unit, shouldn't we use him? Isn't he like super OP? He is very strong at the very beginning, but if you look at his stats, he is not that much better than our other units. In the later stages of the game, he is going to fall off because he has less time to grow. He has a very lower highest peak of potential. So also, he doesn't get as much XP from kills and combat as my other units, so if he fights everywhere, we're gonna be at a net negative when it comes to experience, since it is a very limited resource in the game. I mean, you can still cheese it and get a lot of XP, but that's not what we're gonna be doing here. There's also Volt, the archer. Archers can attack at 2 range, so they are safe from counterattack from melee units, which is pretty neat. And there is Bors, our knight. He is a tanky unit locked into lances. Also, I forgot to mention this. Cavaliers can use both swords and lances, and paladins can additionally use axes. So paladins have access to the full weapon triangle, which is pretty nice. Now, what we are gonna keep in mind here is the terrain. Some terrain has special modifiers. Like for example, if you have a unit on the forest, you get additional defense and 20 avoid. So using terrain to your advantage is very crucial. As well as keeping in mind what is the triangle advantage. For example, this fighter has an axe. Swords are good against axes, but axes are good against lances, and lances are good against swords. There are outliers, but we'll get to those when it comes time for it. Archers are kinda outside of the weapon triangle, but they're effective against flyers. It's a whole ass thing. So since this is an Ironman, we need to be very careful about what we are doing. If we invest too much into a unit and he dies, that's wasted equipment that was on there and wasted experience. So margin of error is very, very, very small. It's brutal even. Additionally, in Fire Emblem 6, hit rates are not what they seem. You might think like, oh, it's an 80% chance to hit. It's more like 60% chance to hit. And if an enemy has 20% chance to hit, it's more like 60% chance. It doesn't make sense. You'll see as we get on. The problem here is, in Fire Emblem 6, enemies will just collapse onto you in just huge waves. It takes only one turn to annihilate your units, and RNG can really screw you. You can send a unit that has 80% avoid. Enemies have not only 20% chance to hit, and they can get hit 3 times by them and die a gruesome death. It's awful. But we're gonna try to avoid that. I am going to be cheesing this game to a certain extent, because this game is gonna be cheesing me. It's gonna be this push and pull game scenario here, because this is the most unforgiving of the GB Fire Emblem games, and I am not here to play around. I am gonna be playing favorites. I downloaded special animations for my favorite units. Not all of them, but some of them. And I intend for them to stick through the rest of the game. So, let's begin by sending Lens into this village here. Like, housing area. It's gonna give me additional avoid, and I'm gonna equip the sword to have extra weapon triangle advantage against the axe units. Currently, he can be attacked by 3 axe units, and I hope he's going to survive. Now, AI in this game is a little weird, but generally they prefer to target Roy, since he is the Lord, and if you kill him, it's G. So, I'm going to get one of the fighters to target Roy here. I'm gonna come over here, equip the sword, you know the deal, right? Additionally, we have the knight, and I'm gonna use him as a wall more times than not. And Marcus is gonna be just a safety net.
Damn it! Reinforcements are ready! But they ain't getting into the castle so easy.
See, they're targeting Roy, and Roy might die. This is a custom animation. I love it. It's so nice. And this is also a custom animation for Lance. All the Cavaliers are gonna be using this animation. Which is pretty neat. Okay, Roy might actually die here. Okay, imagine if Roy died in the first turn. That would be awful. Okay, you can see the units, you can see the health bar on the units. That is a custom thing that I added with the FE builder. So now, instead of looking at each unit individually and checking their health at the top right, I can see their health percentages at the first glance, which is oh so wonderful. So what we are gonna be doing here is we are gonna be poking the enemy. We definitely want to lower their health a bit. I don't want to give too much XP to my non-units. I prefer to give all of this XP to Lance and Roy, but if that's not gonna work out, I'm fine with it. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I gave away Lance's thingy. Okay, this is already a dicey situation. So what we are gonna be doing here is I am going to do a rescue. Okay, I already fucked up. I think I killed Ellen, like, immediately. Yeah, I think I killed him. Yikes. Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. I didn't care much for Ellen anyway. I don't care for saving all of the units because I already did a full hard mode run where I saved and protected all of the units. And let me just say, some missions are extra annoying, extra problematic, and I am not gonna be bothered with that. Yeah, goodbye, Ellen. Shit! Why here? Lord Roy. Ah! Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know what? We're still pretty early in the game. How about I get an early game over? There it is. Okay, so we can get a reset because Roy died. So you can start from the beginning. It was a practice run. It was a misinput. Misinput. Calm down. Yeah. So we need to erase data. Yes. And then we need to do a new game. Boom. This is how it's gonna go every time Roy dies. I'm not gonna reset every time a character dies, but we're early enough in the run where I don't mind redoing some parts, right? Also, the the valid case uses for units will highly depend on how exactly their level ups are gonna go. Because some units that are usually like god tier can have a bunch of awful level ups that are gonna be tragic. Like for example, my lance last time I played in the previous run, right? The one I didn't record. He was so skill screwed, he couldn't hit most things. Like, it was awful. So hoping there's not gonna be that happening. Also, I have coffee, so I'm chilling. Yeah, Lance is in a very dangerous position, because the enemies can just, like, two-shot him. The same goes for Roy. You can see immediately where the horde comes in hard mode here. So, I'm gonna fall back, honestly. I'm gonna fall back, like, here. Wait, what's the range of that guy? Okay, I don't wanna... Because these hit rates are still not great. Okay, I'm gonna just fall back here. So he did 12 damage to me. So let's see if I can just restore that health with the vulnerary. Okay, okay. I can take one extra hit here. Yeah. And what I can also do... I could poke with Volt a little bit. But if I poke with Bolt and Roy kills this guy, that will allow another guy to also attack, which is just not ideal. So I'm not gonna do that. Ooh, Roy dodged. That will allow me to be more aggressive on my turn now. Or is it? Is it gonna be? Okay, you know what? What I'm gonna do here real quick is I'm gonna take away Marcus's weapons. I'm gonna block this pathway. This guy has 17 attack. We have 9 defense, so he's gonna do like 6 damage to Marcus max. This will allow me to do some attacking. So it's 50%. It's 47. There's a chance I can kill this guy here. So let's do it. Nice, we dodged. That's super nice. That is super nice. Oh, I love that because now I can get a little bit more offensive with plants. And get a kill. Nice. Things are good. Okay, and I can block... How much damage does he do to Ellen? 12 still, okay. How's this going? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna block this path with Boars, so there's no, like, double action on Lance here. And I'm gonna keep this, yes. Also, I'm gonna probably have to send the Lance over to deal with that bandit, because if he gets to that village before I do, he's gonna destroy it, and I really wanna get to it to get the, what do you call it? Oh, this is an updated night animation, which is pretty neat. But yeah, if he gets to it first, I'm gonna be screwed. And this is also a paladin animation. Updated, of course. Ow. Thanks. I was kinda hoping he would go after Marcus, but I guess I was expecting too much out of him. Okay, if I let him go right now, things will end terribly. So I guess I have no other choice but to kill this dude with Bolt. I generally don't want to give him too much XP, but in this early chapter we need to do what we can. Okay, hopefully the bandit is gonna focus lens instead of going to the village. Because if that's not gonna happen, I'm gonna be very, very much screwed. Also, Roy... I can attack him. I can attack him, yeah. Okay, we got hit, but we can do a rescue drop, so it's fine. What we do is we do a rescue here. Yes, and then we take and we release. Yes. This is all very convoluted. I could be using all of my other units, but the problem with that would be that I'm wasting a bunch of XP. The way I'm doing things now is very problematic, but I'm hoping that it's gonna work out in general. Hey, Marcus is dodging a lot. That's nice. We love to see it. Ow. Okay, so what we're seeing here is that I cannot kill. How much damage? Okay, Volt can secure a kill here. How much damage does this guy do? 8. So Volt will not die too quickly. I hate this. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick visit. Hey, aren't you knights going to the castle? This may not be much, but this is something we'd really like to offer you. Please use it well. 5,000 gold. Okay. I'm gonna stay on the village. I don't know. I don't know why I did that, but I guess we're doing it. We're gonna pull back. That's what we're gonna be doing here. Yeah, this archer cannot snipe here, so I can just use the vulnerary, and we can just heal up. We're just gonna be slowly chipping away at them. Ah, this guy's looking right. Nice. Prioritizing lords, as I mentioned before. Oh, Alan is gonna kill this guy. I did not want him. Yeah, this is very chaotic. This is very all over the place. But it is what it is. When I have so little actual combat units I wanna use, and so many enemies to attack. And the fact that all the enemies are rushing you means that you cannot, like, bait them towards you. Which is so unlike most of the Fire Emblem games. Ooh, nice! Okay, that was very lucky. Usually Lens doesn't hit his 40s. Okay, now we can actually get stuff done. Okay, what I'm definitely wanna be doing is setting up a support between Roy and Lance. That's definitely something that I wanna do. So, by going this way, we're baiting Archer to fight Lance at long range, and hopefully Lance can poke him a little bit. Just like this. Nice! Now, hopefully Lance can one-shot this guy to an early grave. No. Actually, that might be better, because both Roy and Lance can attack him now. Noise. We love to see it. First level up. Okay, we got Strengthen Resistance. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Every character has different rates at which they can, like, different rates at which they can level specific things. Like some units have a higher chance to get resistance, some skill, stuff like that. For some units it's very rare to get specific stats. Usually on Cavaliers, res is very low on the list. Okay, we had skill, speed, luck, okay. That was a pretty neat level up. So there is a random chance to get all of the different things. So sometimes you can get only one thing on the level up, sometimes you can get two, sometimes you can get everything if you're lucky. General rule, if you get 3 or 4 things, it's pretty good. It's pretty lucky, because there were so many times where I would just get one thing as a level up on my lance or other units. So generally trying to stay away from that. So what we are gonna be doing now is I am gonna... try and heal up. I don't want to get into an engagement with this guy. Not by a long shot. I wanna have a... I want to have a better... location for attacking. I want him... Yes. So, while being on the forest tile, we are basically immortal to these axe users. Like, their hit rates are so abysmal. So we can just farm. You just farm. Without worrying much. So this is what I mean. Especially in hard mode, you need to use the terrain to your advantage. Lovely. Even though I'm focusing on these 2 units, I want to have other guys in range in case shit hits the fan. Okay, I can bait in this one bandit. That's pretty cool. I probably should give Roy a additional vulnerary. Yeah, Boris is not gonna be very useful in this early chapter because of all the axe users. It's not very good. Nice, the dodge. Okay, what's his damage? Okay, Lance doesn't get doubled, so I can initiate combat here. Without much worry about just... Oh, and he dodges. Oh, that's so nice. Especially since we don't have a healer, all the initial combats are worth their weight in gold. Okay, see, here being hit by Roy screws me over drastically. So what we're doing now is we're just gonna run away. And here, Lance is the only unit that can fight him. And he dodges again. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. I really have high hopes for Lance. Oh, and he dodges again. Oh, and he dodges again. He's helping me preserve the vulneraries. Oh boy. Okay, that's so good. The reason why I'm focusing on Lance is I want to beef him up, so I can just send him towards a certain direction and be like, okay, I don't want any more problems, just eliminate everyone in there. And he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it because he is best boy.
HP and luck. Okay, that was a very mediocre level up. Not optimal. Not by a long shot. So what you can see me here doing is rescue dropping. It's a tactic used to optimize your movement. You can rescue a unit to take them away from danger, which is pretty neat. Okay, I can send over Lance to just sit on this place and Roy to sit on this place. Yeah. The guy on the right will probably attack Roy, and the guy on the top will attack Lance. By spreading out the damage, I can ensure that two guys are not gonna attack the same unit. And by having them positioned on forests, I can ensure that they're not gonna be hit as consistently. Just pretty neat. Now, one of the fighters are probably gonna get onto the forest tile and fight Lance, which is gonna make them very annoying to hit. But I think we'll manage somehow. Okay, I need to fall back with all of these guys because they are too close to the action. They can aggro away. Okay, 76 is still good chance to hit. See, this is what I mean. You might have an 80% chance, but it's not gonna hit often. Okay, moving Roy outside of the forest is probably not a good idea, but hey. What is... Okay, it's my way of baiting away this bandit from the forest tile for him to step off to actually hit Roy intentionally. See, never punished. And we got another level up. Ooh, strength is nice. HP, strength, luck. Okay, okay. We love to see it. Love to see it. Nice. See, the thing about this map layout, which is pretty neat, is for most of the fighting, you can really make use of the forest tiles. Like, they're in the perfect ranges to bait out enemies. Like, I would have to give a 9 out of 10 for map design. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Oh, they're rushing. I mean, they're not gonna be able to do much against Roy here. It's very smart of the enemy unit to attack Roy from that position and not the other one, because from the other position, Lance would also be targeted. Would also be targeting. And which I actually wanna do a little bit of this. Because I mostly want the Lance to get the XP. So now, this fighter will walk away and attack Roy on the bottom here. And he's probably gonna die because of that. Ooh, he actually hit Roy with a 20% chance, which goes to show how unreliable these are. Like, things can end up south really quick. Also, I'm running through the Volman areas. I'm just hoping that me leveling up these units is gonna be very useful in the long run.
14, 17. Okay. So it's... So this is 11 damage. Okay. 11, 8, 19. So Lance won't die necessarily. But he's gonna be left at very low HP if both of the enemies hit him here. But I think at least the warrior will attack Roy because of prioritizing Lord units. Yep, here we go. So Lance will only be targeted by the archer. Oh, they're both targeting Roy. Oh, but the archer is pretty accurate. I'm gonna have to prioritize fighting him with Lance. And that gives us another level up. Skill and speed. Okay, I'm very happy about skill. Skill is very crucial. I actually don't want to attack with Ray. I'm way too afraid that he's going to hit me and then I'm gonna be doubled. Yeah, that's not gonna be good for me. But you can see how nice. Oh, see, if both the archer and the fighter hit me, I would be so dead here. I would be so dead. Okay, I need... Oh boy, I don't have a extra... Okay. You, Vulnerary. You, Vulnerary. Okay, I can rescue him away. That's nice. I was a little bit worried that I lost Boris there. That would have been yikes. Okay, by targeting here. Wait, does Lance double this guy? Oh, he has enough speed to double. Oh, that's so nice. That level up in speed really comes in clutch. Ah, we love to see it. Love to see it. Alright. With that, we are finishing this fight, and the only one left is the boss, which most of the bosses in this Fire Emblem don't move, because most of the objectives is just conquer. And if an enemy were to move out of position to conquer, it would leave an opportunity for Roy to slip on by and conquer without actually fighting the boss. So that's why the bosses don't really move. Which allows you to cheese them most of the time. It's pretty neat. Now what we're gonna be doing now is I'm gonna be doing a support train. There's a limited amount of support that you can do per chapter. So yeah, I'm gonna be just waiting until I get the support. And trust me, this is necessary because normally getting support takes ages. Like for me to get the first support between Lance and Roy, I would need to like do 5 missions. Yeah, this is stupid, I know. Do you increase support when units are next to each other, when they're like attacking, healing, waiting, things of that nature? Nope, support. Why supports are important? They give extra bonuses depending on the affinity type, which can range from hit chance, crit chance, damage, defense, avoid, things of that nature. So we definitely want to get the supports. And also, every unit is limited to 5 supports, so they can get either 5 C supports with 5 different units,
2 B supports and 1 C support, or 1 A support and 1 B support, or 1 A support and 2 C supports. It's weird. I don't really enjoy how the support system is built in. I think it's a nice idea, but the way it's implemented is just awful. And that goes for all the GBA games, sadly. When is the support gonna be here? I actually... You can see how long it takes for the supports to actually get created. Oh my. I really want to build a singular support this chapter, because I won't have a chance to in the next couple chapters anytime soon. And any edge can be the difference between losing or winning this run. I can see how ridiculous this is. Like, I absolutely hate it. So Roy and Lance will only get to around a B support, because I'm saving the A support for Roy for someone else. Is this how these supports work? Like, I'm starting to second guess myself. Like, we've been standing here for a while. This chapter is this recording is almost 50 minutes long, and we're still at the fucking tutorial. Like, what is this? Am I doing this right? If I don't get this within like 10 turns, I'm googling. Maybe I need to make the units wait. Maybe that's part of the equation, I don't know. Maybe just skipping turns is not enough. Maybe I need to actually make them wait. I don't know. It seems so ridiculous now that I'm just sitting through this, trying to do this. Okay, that's it. I'm googling. Well, ChatGPT is pondering over this, so let's see.
Oh my god. Apparently, by... Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna put... game speed too fast. What? Hold up. Data. We're at turn 99. We should have it any time now. So, oh, wow. We're close to like 100 turns and we still don't have the support. What is this? So, fun facts about support, right? You can only have one conversation, support conversation, per unit. So if Roy has a support with Lance this mission, he cannot have any more supports for the rest of the mission, which makes supporting particularly annoying. I also mentioned before how you can have only 5 supports in total, just total BS. And yeah. Apparently, you need 80 points when it comes to support between units, and each turn it's like 1 point. So they need to be adjacent to each other for about 80 turns to have C support with each other. Do they have support with each other? No. Fuck it, we're going to like 130 and we'll see. If they don't have a support by then, you can understand how annoying the support system is in this game. Like, I need anything I can get to get like an edge, right? But still, wow, this is something. Hold up. What turn are we on? 144. Jesus. Wow. Sensational. We're reaching 200 and that's it. Because once we reach that, we know for a fact that we get 1 support point per turn. Right? So I either have something bugged or this is so screwed. Oh my. This is absolutely painful. Dreadful even. Okay, how about this? I move him away, and then I move back in. We'll see. I mean, we were already in too deep. We're going. We're going. Till the sun explodes. Till the sun explodes. There's also another option for why this is happening. Roy and either Roy or Lance could have received some support points with units that are not each other, because there's a limit of maximum of 120 support points per unit per chapter. So Roy can have a maximum of 120 support points. Now, this means that he could have wasted some support points with some other units, but it still should have enough for him to be with Lance. Like, I don't understand how this is. This is my first time actually trying to get the support points. But wow, is this ridiculous? Oh, we're getting to the magic number, and if we don't get it, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Watch it, we get it on the first turn in chapter 2. That's gonna be so dumb. It's such a hidden mechanic that the game doesn't teach you at all. It's usually just during the gameplay you'll find out like, oh, these two units can support each other. And then you realize, oh crap, they support each other and now I don't use this unit, so now this support is being wasted. Just unbelievable. And 200. Yeah, I'm not beating the allegations. This is ridiculous. Well then, I guess we just fight now. I guess that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna wait here and see what happens. Worst case scenario, like rescue him out of there. I don't wanna attack first, because that's gonna be...
You damn idiots! Can't you guys take on these dastards?
I like how Roy doubles him. I mean, he has a steel axe, which slows him down. So if he didn't... No, I would be worried. But still. Oh, wow. We almost get one-shot. I'm in danger. Ooh, strength, speed, defense, resist. Oh, that's such a nice level up on Roy. Okay, okay, okay. So I need to rescue him. Go over like this. And then take... Release. Boom. I actually don't want to start this combat, so I'm just gonna let Lance handle this here. I could poke him with a bunch of javelins, but where's the point? Wow, we got immediately hit. That is unlucky. Also, the boss has a 1% chance to crit, which is diabolical. Like, how? Why? I cannot fight him right now. I need to heal up, which is just absolutely ridiculous. He's gonna spend this time healing up. So all the damage I did is healed up now. During that one turn. And I don't have infinite healing. I mean, I could poke with Volt, but that's not what it's all about. The fact that he can almost one-shot them is just... Yikes. Yep, see? All of the damage is already healed. So I need you, Lance, to dodge. There it is. Nice. Worst case scenario, I just rescue him out of there. And rescue with this. Rescue with this. I don't know how many heals I have left, definitely not a lot. Oh, that extra point in strength is gonna come in clutch. Roy actually does more damage than Lance. Oh, that's so dumb. Hold up. We can kill him. We can just kill him here. Yep. There it is. This is how strong. Okay, at least I hope that all of this grinding for supports has brought me closer, so next chapter at least I can build a support. At least I'm hoping so, because after 206 turns, if I don't get a support next chapter, I'm gonna be so annoying, because you saw this first boss, how annoying it was to fight him. Like, oh boy. Anyway, let's finish this chapter, I guess. Father! Lilna! Roy, is that you? Roy! Father! Lilna! Thank goodness you're alright. Roy, thanks for coming this far. Of course, Father. How is your health? I'm fine. I'm still alive, see? But Roy, you do know why I called you back here. I am to take over your role of leading First Military and join the Lisha Alliance army. Yes. As you know, Byrne has started to conquer Lisha. We must follow the ancient rule and set out our military to protect the land of Lisha. Yes. I really didn't want to send you out, because you are still studying. But I'm not well. I would only be a hindrance to everyone else. Father. Mr. Elliowood? I'll accompany Roy. My father is in charge of Lisha's main army, and I could use my magic to be of some help to Roy. No. Lilna, you must return to Ostia. Why? With Hector's absence, there is no one currently sitting on the throne of Ostia. The people must be feeling uptight as well. You, being the daughter of the Marquess, must take the throne till Hector returns and ease the tensions of the people. Am I wrong? No, sir. Roy, first you must go to the Bern border and meet with the mercenary group that I have arranged a contract with. I'll send Merlinus along with you. He'll be very helpful with his knowledge. Thank you for everything, Father. You'll be fine. You can do it. Go and fight, and show them who you are. The next Marquess of Fair. Yes! Horse, I have something to ask of you. I know, milady. I will accompany Roy in his travels, and swear to protect him with my life. Thank you, Bors. Roy, be careful. I know. You too, Lilna. Right, and with all of this, Chapter 1 complete. There is a small village on the border of Fur and Bern. Here was where Roy was to meet the mercenary band that Elwood had hired for him. Just east of the village is a small castle occupied by Bern's forces. When Roy had reached the village, the castle was in a chaotic state. Roy had yet to learn that the confusion going on in the castle was going to cause turbulence all over Elip. Chapter 2: The Princess of Bern. What am I asking is where the princess is?
Yes, Captain Milady. I'm certain she was in her room this morning.
I've already heard that. What I want to know is where the princess is at this moment.
She's,
We're almost going into the head-on war with Lisha. What if something happens to the princess? Can you take responsibility? I never should have let Her Highness go to the border in the first place. I returned to Bern and informed the king about this matter. I'll try not to make it into a panic, so you must find the princess as soon as possible.
yes, ma'am. Is Princess Guinevere still with us?
Yes, sir. She's under constant monitoring in the basement room.
Good. Don't let her escape.
Sir, are you sure this is a good idea?
Don't worry. Bern has plenty of enemies. The younger sister of King Zephiel will be sure to get a hefty amount of money by turning her in to one of their foes. We're not going to make it anywhere by serving our country anyway. So, we're better off thinking of ways to make money fast, no?
Yes, of course, sir. But there's one little problem with that plan.
What do you mean?
I just received a report. It seems that Princess Guinevere's servant has escaped.
What? You fool, why didn't you say so earlier? Go search for her immediately. Don't let her get away.
Master Roy, it's around here somewhere. This is where we're supposed to meet the mercenary band? Yes, though it seems they aren't here yet. Oh, wait, I can see somebody running this way. Watch out! Oh, excuse me, I was in a hurry. No, it's alright, I'm fine. But are you okay? Yes, I'm fine, thank you. It's good that you're not hurt. Are you from Lisha, are you not? Yes, I am the son of the Marquess of Fair. Oh, dear God, I thank you for your guidance. Please, could you help me rescue my mistress? What? What happened? My mistress and I were traveling to meet someone from the Lisha Alliance. However, while we were passing through here, we fell into a trap set by Rude, the lord of the castle just east of here. We were captured. Master Roy, we must not get into unnecessary entanglements with Bern now. But we can't neglect a person who has come to meet someone from the Alliance. But it isn't smart to charge into enemy fields either. Huh? There they are! Hey guys, over here! Get the servant girl! It doesn't matter whether she's dead or alive.
Oh no. Well, Marinus, they attacked first. We have to fight, don't we? You won't pay heed of me, now will you? I guess I can be witness to how much you have learned in Ostia. Alright, we're going to charge the castle! Miss Ellen, you can hide someplace safe. No, I'll accompany you. I cannot fight, but I can heal wounded allies. Oh, but I'm the one that got you tangled up in this mess. Please, let me be of some help. Okay, but please, don't strain yourself. Yes, thank you for your consideration. But that's gonna be for next time.